Aaron Weiss.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. You hear that? We took the twine we used to use to tie up tight our tattered shoes, and twisted twigs, a crooked cross, a necklace for the deeply lost. You build her with the broken bricks, mother to the baby chicks. You made this world to look so nice. I wonder what the next one's like. Yellow spider, yellow leaf. Yellow spider, yellow leaf. Yellow spider, yellow leaf. Confirms my deepest held belief. No one happens to have a tambourine, right? It's kind of a long shot. But maybe this is a venue where they sometimes have shows. Maybe somebody left one before. I doubt you have one on your person. But maybe in your car if you're a percussionist. It's not crucial. But it couldn't hurt. Well, it could hurt. A tambourine. Oh boy! Once I'm in a band. We were playing a show in Alabama, and I had a tambourine, and somehow it flew out of my hand and hit a girl in the head. So I take it back. A tambourine can definitely hurt. It cut her head, and she bled, and then she showed it to me. There was a cut, like a scar, on her forehead. Maria, I think. And oh, did she ever... I don't want to say milk it. I'm sorry, Maria, if you're here. It's a long shot, I guess. But she's like, "Can I have a free shirt?" Oh, of course. We hit you in the head with a tambourine. It's the least we could give you. And it's like, how about a free CD? Yeah, we could give you a free CD. Yeah. How about a hoodie? Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, how to set it up in a way that I can play it while I see the guitar. Does anybody know about these things? That's not going to last. Hello. Here's a new song. The angel of death came to David's room. The angel of death came to David's room. The angel of death came to David's room and said, "Friend, it's time to go." Angel, no, I think you come too soon. Angel, no, I think you come too soon. Angel, no, I think you come too soon. It's not my time to go. Sorry, friend, now put your hand in mine. I'm sorry, friend, now put your hand in mine. But good angel, don't I get a warning sign before it's my time to go? Come now, David, where's your grandma gone? Come now, David, where's your grandpa gone? Come now, David, where's your grandma gone? Their time came to go. But I slew Goliath with the sling and stone. I slew Goliath with the sling and stone. stone. I slew Goliath with the sling and stone. It's not my time to go. He'll be waiting for you when we get back home. He'll be waiting for you when we get back home. He'll be waiting for you when we get back home. It's time to go. Come now, David, where's your mama gone? Come now, David, where have your uncles gone? Come now, David, where have your aunts all gone? Their time came to go. Can I tell Solomon the things I've learned? Can I tell Solomon the things I've learned? I'm sorry, friend, that's none of my concern. It's time to go. Come now, David, where's Uriah gone? Stranded on the battlefield, the troops withdrawn. Come now, David, where's Uriah gone? His time came to go. Come now, David, where's Bathsheba gone? Where have your binoculars and rooftops gone? And the unexpected baby from the bath night gone? Their time came to go. Come now, David, where's everybody going? 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 I have another question about equipment that you might happen to have. Drew gave me a guitar pick. Thank you, Drew. It's heavy. Did anybody play guitar here? If you have a guitar pick that's medium or on the light side, it's easier for me to play. And if not, I'm going to use the guitar pick Drew gave me. Thank you, brother. Look at that. Oh, this is perfect. What's your name? Sam. Hi, Samuel. Thank you very much. That's great. Okay. Here's one about a story that my mom read to me when I was young. A story that Baal Muhaydin told to her, and it was in a book. It was a children's story. And it might be familiar to you. It's called The Fox, the Crow, and the Cookie. Has anybody heard that story? Well, here it goes. I'm going to try to play it. Through mostly vacant streets, a baker from the outskirts of his town earned his living peddling sweets from a ragged cart he dragged around. The clever fox crept close behind, kept an ever-watchful eye for a chance to steal a ginger spice cake or a boysenberry pie. Looking down was the hungry crow, and when the time is right I'll strike and condescend to the earth below, take whichever treat I like. The moment the baker turned around to shoo the fox off from his cart, the crow swooped down and snatched a shortbread cookie and a German chocolate tart, using most unfriendly words that the village children did not yet heard. The baker shouted threats by cans and then to curse the crafty bird. You rotten wooden mixing spoon, why you midnight winged raccoon? You'd better bring those pastries back, you no good burnt black macaroon. Did it? The fox approached the tree where the bird was perched, divided in his nest. Brother Crow, don't you remember me? It's your old friend Fox with a humble request. If you could spare just a modest piece, seeing as I distracted that awful man. This failed to persuade Crow and Lee, so the fox rethought his plan. Then if your lovely song would grace my ears, or to even hear you speak, you'd ease my pains and fears. The crow looked down with the candy in his beak. Your pearls of wisdom, my good crow, oh, what a paradise they bring. This flattery pleased the proud bird so he opened his mouth and began to sing. Your subtle acclamation's true, best of good praise where praise is due. Every rook and jay in the corviday's been raving about me too. They admire me, one and all, must be the passion in my call. My slender bill known through the escadrille, my fierce commanding call. In my veins, crushed graham cracker crust, my powdered sugar, funnel cake, cocaine. Let the crescent cookie rise, these carob-covered almond eyes would rest to see my cashew princess in the swirling marble sky, and will rest upon the knee where all divisions cease to be, and root beer flowed in our banana boat across the tapioca sea. When letting all attachments go is the only prayer we know. May it be so, may it be so, may it be so. Oh, I'm glad. Oh. I was just about to say, boy, I didn't even have to tell you guys not to clap in between, because the first couple songs you didn't, and that's nice. Because it's, you know, puts the guy in a weird position. You know, because you want to say, oh, no. Yes. Oh, no. And it could be nice, you know. It's such a nice, mellow environment. You know, there's nice cushioned seats. You know, for me, this is like the equivalent of playing the Academy of Music. You should see the kind of places we're accustomed to being in there. The walls are painted black, and there's drawings of unmentionable things on the walls. So the fact that there's no unmentionable drawings on the wall, but a lot of really lovely drawings out there. Thank you for all my brothers and sisters for contributing all their talents to help to make this night happen. And thank you again to Michael and Mickey and Drew. And I met Tim and Danny and Aaron and Kenny I met. And Justin, I saw you again. And all my brothers and sisters, you're all very precious brothers and sisters. So we're going to do some more songs. If anybody would like to play a song, you can do that too. We could hear a song of yours. But this one's a song of yours. I do not exist, we faithfully insist, sailing in our separate ships and from each tiny caravel, tiring and trying as a necessary dying, like the horseshoe crab in its proper season shed its shell, such distance from our friends, like a scratch across a lens, made everything look wrong from anywhere we stood, and our paper blew away before we'd left the bay, so half blind we wrote these songs on sheets of salty wood. You caught me making eyes at the other boatmen's wives, heard me laughing louder at the jokes told by their daughters. I'd set my course for land, but you well understand, it takes a steady hand to navigate adulterous waters. The propeller spinning blades held acquaintance with the waves. There's mistakes I've made no rowing could outrun. The cloth low in the mast, like to say I got no past. I'm nonetheless the librarian and secretary's son. Tarnish on my brass and mildew on my glass. I've never won someone so crass as to want someone like me. But a few leagues off the shore I bit a flashing lure. I assure you it was not what I expected it to be. I still taste its kiss, that dull look in my lip is a memory as useless as a rod without a reel to an anchor ever dropped. Seasick yet still docked, captain spotted napping with his first mate at the wheel, floating forgetfully along, with no need to be strong. We keep our confessions long, and when we pray we keep it short. I drank a thimbleful of fire, I'm not ever going back. Oh my God, I do not exist, we faithfully insist, while watching sink the heavy ship of everything we knew. And if ever you come near, I'll hold up high a mirror. Lord, I could never show you anything as beautiful as you. These flowers were all standing upright, weren't they, when I started? I don't think they liked the music. I'm just oversensitive to it, or personalizing these things. No offense taken. I'm not too crazy about my songs either. So, no, I take it back. They're pretty good. Anybody else, of course, feel free to, if you can come up and play a song, you can obviously feel free to ask any questions or make any comments. You know, I think as I was saying about not applauding, it's kind of nice because then it's not like a show where I'm doing this and you're all doing that, you know. But it's like, oh, what are we doing here? You know. And I don't know the answer to that, you know. Really. But I know the standard protocol of, you know, playing songs and clapping, you know. But I appreciate your willingness to not exactly go along with that and to bear with me while I think, well, you know, there is something more special happening than that, you know. And anytime we come together, anytime we're together with anybody, you know, it's really kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing, you know. So here we all are. The only time we're ever going to do this, ever, like this, you know. So I'll try to soak it in and say, wow, this is it. This is my only shot at this. Don't blow it. Too late. Okay, what's next? We got all these new songs. I guess I told you I play with a band, and only a couple of these songs will be from, if any of you know that, you know, if you remember a few of you from before. But we've written some new songs, and they're more based on the acoustic guitar, so it's easier for me to do them. So sorry if you expected to hear more familiar songs. Here's one. The farmer drove his tractor with a sail had been tilled, planting corn in rank and file from the silo to the lumber mill. He rode along in silence as he looked out past the honeysuckle field, watched the water turn. And the water wheel started thinking about his daughter with affection, her reaction of disdain the day he replaced the blue hydrangea with a climbing frame, while her disappointed sister looked on quiet as the snow, knowing well that those who know don't talk and those that talk don't know. But she couldn't help but sing, she couldn't help but sing, oh, she couldn't help but sing. She couldn't help but sing, she tried and couldn't help but sing. She couldn't help but sing, oh, she couldn't help but sing. She couldn't help but sing. Tortoise in the wheelchair wrapped his forehead in a bandage with a cast he made from plaster for his bony broken legs, so he'd get pushed around the sidewalk by the zookeeper's assistant with the hummingbird. Hello, brother. From behind the yellow flower, and he flapped his tiny wings. They moved so fast you couldn't see them with resentment for the tortoise, which was clear by his expression. But the tortoise turned and smiled. The peacefulness which proves that there's a movement in our stillness, and however much we move, we're bound to stand completely still. We stand completely still. We all stand completely still. We stand completely still. Let's all stand completely still. Just like we were talking about, Justin. We all stand completely still. Let's stand completely still. Come toward us standing still, go hummingbird, my will. Come toward us stumbling blind, go hummingbird, my eye. Come toward us letting go, go hummingbird, I know. Come toward us undefined, go hummingbird, my mind. Come toward us empty plan, go hummingbird, my hand. Come toward us, come and die, go hummingbird, my eye. Oh, goodbye, eye, goodbye, eye, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Day to any mice who pass this way on crumbed and sugared countertops. We must insist your traffic stop. In their defense, they don't refuse. Nonetheless, we've come to you, snapping traps and poison beans, far less diplomatic means. Orange spider, orange leaf. Orange spider, orange leaf. Orange spider, orange leaf. Ferns my Here's one with a capo in the 9th fret. The horses. Oh, this is maybe appropriate to say to reiterate that what my brother said, that it's not it's not a church gathering, in that it, if you don't believe in God or don't believe in Jesus, you're not on the in, Because this song is written about some Bible stories, but I don't mind if you don't believe in Jesus at all. It's totally all right with me. It's not to change your mind. It's more like, well, I don't know what else to write about. This girlfriend of mine thing was really getting old. It's like, oh yeah, she left me. Now she's back. Now she left me again. You really want to hear about that? Maybe, but that's the whole story. There's nothing else to say about it. She left me, and she came back. She left again. I was sad, and then I was happy, and then I was sad again. The whole thing with the song is like about talking about those things about Jesus and all that. It's not about happy, sad. It's not that. The horse's hay beneath his head, our Lord was born to a manger bed, that all whose wells run dry could drink of his supply. To keep him warm, the sheep drew near, so grateful for his coming here. You come with news of grace, come to take my place. The donkey whispered in his ear, child, in 30-some-odd years, you'll ride someone who looks like me, run triumphantly. And the cardinal warbled a joyful song. He'll make right what man made wrong, bringing low the hills that the valleys might be filled. Then child asked the birds, well, aren't they lovely words we sing? The tiny baby lay there without saying anything. At a distance stood a mangy goat with crooked teeth and a matted coat, weary eyes and worn, chipped and twisted horn. Thinking maybe I'll make friends someday with the cows and the pens and the Rambouillet, but for now I'll keep away, I got nothing smart to say. But there's a sign on the barn in the cabbage town, when the rain picks up and the sun goes down, sinners come inside with no money coming by. No clever talk nor gift to bring requires our lowly, lovely king. Come you empty-handed, you don't need anything. With the sneaking snake in the garden grass, as deep cried out to deep, the disciples fast asleep. And the snake perked up when he heard you ask if you're willing that this cup might pass. I could find my way back home, maybe start a family all my own. But does not the Father guide the Son? Not my will, but thine be done. What else here to do? What else me but you? And the snake who'd held the world a stick, a carrot and a string, was crushed beneath the foot of your not wanting anything. Next one. You guys okay? We were talking about a few minutes ago about during the panel, and thank you again all of my brothers and sisters who took part in the panel. It was very beautiful, everything they shared. Their insight about these questions. Thank you for the questions. And then we started to say something about wishing each other peace. Like salam alaikum or shalom in Hebrew. Shalom alaikum, salam alaikum, walaikum salam. Or in English, peace be with you, and also with you, something like that. And the idea was we could do that. We could actually. It's like what my one sister said about the one woman's art. The performance art of cleaning up the river, cleaning up the Rio Grande as a work of art. I thought that's a decent work of art. Clean up the Rio Grande, and so we could come together and we could wish each other peace, and that would be our performance art for the evening. You know what I mean? So you don't have to, especially if you don't actually wish the person next to you peace. If you have something against them, don't wish them peace. Because you got to mean it, But if you can't wish him peace because you look in your heart and you say, he looked at me funny, or, he took my girl, or whatever puts us against each other, We have things against people, and it's only what we're carrying around, It's all in us, It's nothing in them. So you can let it go. But if you can't let it go tonight, at least when you realize, wow, I can't wish this guy peace, then you're like, whoa, something's in me, keeps us separate, That's interesting. And then you could either go with it or, or think maybe that's a problem, So, could we take a minute to do that? Is that all right? Just maybe say just like 30 seconds or a minute, and just say peace to each other. Okay, I'll get us started if that's weird. Peace be with you. All right, that's enough peace. Just kidding. Just not. Sorry, I couldn't resist that joke. It's not enough. We don't have to stop that. Of course, we can keep that going in our heart all the time. We look around at people and just have that in our heart, and I'm sure they'll see it in our face rather than if we walk around like this. angry or suspicious, And it's also started to occur to me the kind of the shortcomings of this whole thing where I try to resist, being on a stage and all that, Part of you likes it because you're like, yeah, people look at me and it feels good, And the other party's like, oh, man, that's just terrible, It's no place to be, up on showing everything off, And then something like that where I'm, I feel like like a little inappropriate coming down and saying, I mean it, like, peace be with you, whether I'm stepping down off a stage to say it or like, we met in the parking lot or something, but please forgive me if there's anything, is the word ostentatious or kind of showy, It's a struggle of mine. Like, how do you do this? You just get up and perform, or do you actually try to connect with people? And and the nice thing is they're not charging money to get here, right? This is a free evening, isn't it? Yeah, so it's like, we can do this. It's not like we're selling peace. It's not a show. I mean, there's lights on me and everything, but you didn't have to pay to come in, so that's nice. So thank you, Michael, and everybody who helps to put this thing on and be able to bring everyone together and not even charge money. That's really nice, And I also understand about what you're saying about the church aversions, If anybody's like, oh, man, that whole singing about Jesus or wishing each other peace is even churchy. That's something I picked up from the Roman Catholic Church. It's like, peace be with you, also with you, But they're not all bad, the Roman Catholic Church. I don't know what you guys know about them here in Louisville, But in Philly, there's a lot of them. Roman Catholics. Oh, it's such a grace. It's really nice to be with you. Really a blessing to be with you. Really wonderful. Hello, my name is Aaron. These are flowers. This is a guitar. There's some water. I just keep wondering, how do I tell everybody it's going to be okay, How do I tell them? It's like, we'll see. We'll see. I don't have to. That's the grace. I don't have to tell you anything. I don't have to tell you anything. I don't have to tell you anything. Nothing. That's nice, man. Cattail down in the morning rail yard. Whistle blow. Cattail down, our boxcar bound for no one knows. After every hidden seed out from its covering has been freed, when every book has been discarded from the bookshelf, cattail down in the forgetting of myself. Cattail down around the... I'm going to start the verse over, even though you don't know the lyrics. It'll throw me off. Cattail down, place the feathers in our vest. Cattail down, surround the ivy that's gone to poison in my chest. The parachute broke loose, cried the goose with misplaced but understandable concern for his little brother's mental health, his happy little brother in the forgetting of himself. Now in this part, we just recorded this song, and it has the other instruments kick in and it gets loud, I don't think I can pull it off right now, like loud. But I could try to do it loud and go up an octave with the vocals, or I could keep it quiet. Do you guys care? So do a show of hands if anybody cares. Keep it quiet, or go up an octave and... I had a feeling, Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to ease into it. cattail down around the bulrush, the pollen shed. Cattail down to dress my wounds, it left a bee sting in their stead. Half an acre thoughts from out my head, headed east out of St. Paul. We stopped for water, rested in the cemetery, watched the Mississippi running out of food stamps. Found a bag along the footpath off Highway 61 filled with what looked like marijuana. Hopped a grainer out of Pig's Eye toward Milwaukee. The deer between the tower and the tracks saw right through us. Said, you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going. You think you're you, you don't know who you are. You're not you, you're everyone else. You're everyone else, 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 you're everyone else. Everyone else, you're everyone else. You're everyone else, you're everyone else. You're everyone else. Everyone else, you're everyone else. You're everyone. You're everyone else, you're everyone else. 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 Everyone else, you're everyone else. You're 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 everyone else. You're everyone else in the forgetting of yourself. You couldn't resist, could you? So once it gets loud and I'm strumming and I'm trying to belt it out, that's when the clapping is irresistible, right? As long as I keep it to a... Well, we're just hanging out, you know? That guy happens to be playing guitar. He's singing, but, you know, it's not. I've learned my lesson. No more of that. That clap-inducing sort of behavior. I'm sorry I didn't write a set list. I came so unprepared. I didn't even have a guitar pick. So thank you for the guitar pick. Samuel? Brother. Beautiful brother. What a wonder. So, let me do another song. Is that all right? Or are we on time? Oh, really? All right. This one's called Inagata de Vida. I think that's like a 20-minute song or something. For those of you whose time it's before. It's before my time, but my time's a little before your time, I think. I turned 30 this year. Isn't that something? Happy birthday to you, you know. Okay. Sweater poorly knit, unsuspecting smile, little Moses drip, downstream the Nile, fumbling reply, an awkward rigid line, I'm married house spy, floating basket around, flavor in my mind, back and forth between, sweeter than any wine, bitter as mustard green, light and dark as honeydew, pumpernickel bread, tap eyes set free, caught my leg and oh, oh, oh. While some of the field try and forget my name, see what harvest feels, those and I do the same. Plant a row of peas by the first week of July. They should have come up to my knees, or maybe ankle high. Put some fingers from your flute, weave your colored yarn, boil down your fruit, preserves and mason jars. The books are overdue, the goats are on the thing. Trap eyes set free, caught my leg instead. door without a key and a field without a fence. You made a holy fool of me, and I've thanked you ever since. I haven't been thanking God ever since that. That was not a true line. Sorry. Your door without a key, a field without a fence. You made a holy fool of me, and I've disgraced you ever since. You come circling back, we'll end where we've begun. 2 pennies on the train track, the train crushed into one. But if I'm a crown without a king, if I'm a broken oak in the seat, if I come without a thing, I come with all I need. No boat out in the blue, no place to rest your head. The trap I set for you seems to have caught my leg instead. Oh, 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 I do not exist. 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 Only you exist. I do not exist. La ilaha illallahu, la ilaha illallahu, la ilaha illallahu. You guys like to hear a who started that? Why you? Why? It's a, would anyone like to hear a cover song? Okay. So, okay. This one's for the for the doubters, for you doubting Thomases, doubting Thomas and doubting Teresa's. I hear the drizzle of the rain, like a melody at fall, soft and warm, continue, tapping on my roof and wall. And from the shelter of my mind, through the window of my eyes, I gaze beyond the rain-drenched street to Philadelphia, where my heart lies. My mind's distracted and diffused. My thoughts are many miles away. They lie with you while you're asleep, and kiss you when you start your day. And a song I was writing is left undone. I don't know why I spend my time writing songs I can't believe. the tear and strain of rhyme. And so you see I have come to doubt all that I once held as true. I stand alone without belief. The only truth I know is you. And as I watch the drops of rain weave their weary paths and die, I know that I am like the rain, there but for the grace of you go I. There's only one line I'm not crazy about in that song. He says, "In the shelter of my mind." That's Paul Simon, Simon and Garfunkel song called Kathy's Song. He says, "From the shelter of my mind," I thought, boy, I don't know about you, Paul, but my mind isn't much of a shelter. It's more like a tornado. So it's not to say, to correct him. I didn't have the wherewithal to skip that line or to, to change it to something clever, like to the shelter of my baby, or the shelter of, of God or something like that. But it's like, man, well, where's our shelter? You guys feel upset? Do you feel like it's a storm sometimes? It's all. It's not really praising doubt, but more like, I come to doubt what I once held as true. Yeah, of course. I'll doubt what I held as true. What I think is true is false. I don't know what's true. It's not a matter of me knowing it. So you can empty that out and say, yeah, of course. Okay, I was raised with these beliefs. Sure, the people talk about God. Well, that's obviously not correct. Whatever anybody says about God, somebody's going to tell you about God and explain that to you. This is what God is. Here's a tract, or here's a verse from a holy book. That's what God is. It's like, oh man, no, it's not. That's a tract. That's a verse that's something you just memorized in your head. That you're telling me, but you don't know what that means. So then you say, oh, that's not right, so then there must not be a God, So that's where I say, oh, the two aren't necessarily, correlating. You don't have to say because what everybody says about God doesn't sound right means there's no God, You don't have to assume that. Doesn't mean you have to believe in God, but you don't have to not believe in God because nobody has delivered a satisfactory definition or nobody has represented that love to you, So please forgive me for talking so much. I keep telling myself, stop it. But old habits die hard, So we have at least one or two more. If I can find my pick. I keep saying, especially because I might be making it worse, Anybody see where that yellow pick fell to? Oh, thank you. Thank you. So please send your parents my love, and my brothers and sisters. If you have parents, if you talk to them, say there's a boy from Philadelphia, a young man now, not a boy anymore, a young man who says, peace to you and thank you for raising me. That's what he said. He said, I know he did a lot of hard work to raise me, and I wasn't always a good son or a daughter. I was disrespectful, and I was disobedient, and I was arrogant. I took you for granted, and I always thought you were against me, Mom or Dad. I always thought you were just coming down on me, but it must be hard being a mom or a dad. So, and you don't have to, agree with any of that, but you just say, that's what Aaron said. Aaron said all that he's beginning to see it's hard being a mom or a dad, and the kids are not always appreciating them and respecting them. So it's not telling you you have to respect your parents. You come to your own conclusions about that. Maybe they were bad parents. I know about that too, but it's not a matter of good or bad. Okay, you want to hear another song? Why let's talk about parents? We've all got them, somewhere, alive or dead, or nice or mean. We come from somewhere. It's really something. Okay, ready? This one, oh yeah, because we talk about Jesus, and then people who aren't Christian are like, oh, and then, some of our songs have Arabic in them, and people don't really know what the Arabic's saying, but then one of the songs on our new record is called, it's ready for the name of it, it's called Allah, Allah, Allah. Talk about, the red flag for the Christian bookstores and that kind of thing. They're just like, it might as well say, shit, fuck, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to use that kind of language. I really do not intend that to happen. But, we have our prejudices, and if someone talks about God in a different language or comes from a different religion, it's like, oh, no, they're wrong. My God is, no, that's not my God. My God is right. Your God is wrong, and of course, we know where that leads, We all have our history books, and we see where that goes, So I guess I find myself apologizing for singing about Jesus to the non-Christians, apologizing for singing about Allah to the Christians, and say, oh, no, I don't need to apologize to any of you. I'm sorry to you who created me, for everything. Just total craziness on my part, I'm starting to clear up. No, it's not. To think that my craziness is clearing up is craziness. That's the craziness. To think I'm getting better, So then you start thinking I know more than people and all that, and then you get up on stage and you start talking about things, and then the flowers start wilting. So please accept my apology, my brothers and sisters. It's not that I know anything about Jesus. It's not that I know anything about Allah or God or your mothers and fathers or your life. But I look at my own heart and I look at this world and I say, man, either I'm crazy or the world is crazy or both. And what do we do now? We just give up on it? We say, no. Well, we're here for a reason. What is that reason? I don't know yet, but it's definitely worth, looking into. Not just saying, put on the game. Nothing wrong with the game. Anybody know the score, by the way? You're probably wondering that. Maybe you have a text message coming on your cell phone like, say it again? Who's winning? The Cards? Are they the local team? Cards won already? Yes. And is that the Louisville team? Yes. The Cardinals? What a relief.
Everywhere we look, and 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 everywhere we look, Allah, 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 and everywhere we look, and everyone we meet, and everyone we meet, everyone we meet. And everyone we meet, and everyone we meet, and everyone we meet, Allah, 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 and everyone we meet, and every blade of grass, 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 Allah, 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 and every blade of grass. what you've done. It doesn't matter what you've done. What effect is without a cause? It doesn't matter what you've done. Now lay your faithless head down. In necessity's content, there's a love that never changes, no matter what you've done. If your old man did you wrong, if your old man did you wrong, if your old man did you wrong, well maybe his old man did him wrong. If you care to sing forgiveness song, come down and join my band. We'll cut you like a sword and sing forgiveness song. Everywhere we look, everywhere we look, everywhere we look, everywhere we look, it's all crazy, it's all false, it's all a dream, it's all right, everywhere we look. There's one more, I think. One and a half. Is that okay? You'll bear with me? Thank you. You know what it's like? I usually have other people on stage with me. They keep me from doing this sort of thing, of stopping and talking in between each one. They either just start playing the song, or they give me a look like, we talked about this. I said, oh yeah. How's this one? Oh yeah. This, that, And I respect, and especially when there's a ticket, that people buy, and it's like, all right, just play the song. You're an entertainer. You're not a preacher. You're a clown. You're a rodeo. What do they call a guy a cowboy, or like what's the guy who holds the flag for the bull? Matador. I might as well be a matador. Oh, So, but instead, I'm singing, trying to make it like some kind of a tent revival or something. Like, everybody, isn't it so great? Isn't love so great? Isn't God great? Isn't it a wonder to be alive? Isn't it a wonder that we have our brothers and sisters around? It's like, wow, isn't it a wonder that these things, were once alive somewhere, and then when we cut them and killed them, so we could have them to look at, and that's the way we are. Isn't it a wonder what the world was, what the earth was like before man came and, polluted the Rio Grande and all that. It's like, this is a wonder, and the way the sun is and the way the moon, you know what I mean? So you just say, wow, boy, it's really more wonderful to go outside after the show and just look up at the stars and say, every one of them, this whole thing is just a goofy, like a big ego trip, like, oh, look at me, but it has a limit, and it doesn't make you happy. Okay, here's one. I'll save my favorite one for last. This is another story told by Baba Muhyiddin. But he told this one, and then my dad told it to me. He didn't read it to me. He told me. Can I tune? You guys mind? Does it sound out of tune? Does anyone have an ear for that sort of thing? I can't tell. I need a tuner. I've got a tuner. All right. Ready? As the moon rose and the hour grew late, the day help on the coconut estate raked up the dried leaves that fell dead from the trees, which they burned in a pile by the lake. The Beetle King summoned his men, and from the top of the rhododendron stem, calling all volunteers who will carry it back here. The great mystery's been lit once again. One beetle emerged from the crowd in
in a fashionable abdomen shroud. Said, I'm a professor, you see, that's no mystery to me. I'll be back soon, successful and proud. And when the Beetle professor returned, he crawled on all six as his wings had been burned, and described to the finest detail all he'd learned. There was neither a light nor a heat in his word. The deeply dissatisfied king climbed the same stem to announce the same thing, but in his second appeal sought to sweeten the deal with a silver parrot-shah ring. The lieutenant stepped out from the line as he lassoed his thorax with twine, thinking, I'm stronger and braver and I'll earn the king's favor. One day all he has will be mine. But for all the lieutenant's conceit, he too returned singed and admitting defeat. I had no choice, please believe, but retreat. It was bright as the sun, with 10 times the heat. Cracked like the thunder, and blood shot my eyes. Though smothered with sticks, it advanced undeterred, carelessly cast an ash cloud to the sky. My lord, like a flock of dark, vanishing birds. Your flowery descriptions no better than his. We sent for the great light and you bring us this. We didn't ask what it seems like, we asked what it is. His Majesty's hour last is drawn nigh. The elegant queen took her leave from his side without understanding, but without asking why. Gathered their kids to come bid their goodbyes, and the father explained, you've been somewhat deceived. We've all called me dad, but your true dad's not me. I lay next to your mom, and your forms were conceived. Your father's the life within all that you see. He fills up the ponds as he empties the clouds, holds without hands and he speaks without sounds, provides us with the cow's waste and coconuts to eat, giving one that nice salt taste and the other a sweet. Sends the black carriage the day death shows its face, spinning our numbers with kindness and grace. Just as a flower and its fragrance are one, so must each of you and your father become. Now distribute my scepter, my crown, and my throne. All we've known is wealth to the poor and alone. Without further hesitation, without looking back home, the king flew headlong into the blazing unknown. And as the smoking curled higher and higher, the troops flying loops round the telephone wire, they said, our beloved's not dead, but his highness instead has been utterly changed into fire. Why not be utterly changed into fire? 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 You guys are so respectful and quiet and attentive. Thank you very much. Very kind of you to come together tonight. It's very good to meet you all. May God please protect you and have mercy on us and help you to get home safely and help you to bring peace in your heart. This is going to be the last half song. Everything I thought I'd learned, ambition and delusion turned to drawings on a loose leaf sheet of tarts and cakes that I can't eat. And what in her do I require? The face of gratified desires. And what in me does she require? The face of gratified desires. Brownish spider, brownish leaf. Brownish spider, brownish leaf. Brownish spider, brownish leaf. Confirms my deepest held belief. No more spider, no more leaf. No more spider, no more leaf. No more spider, no more leaf. No more me, no more belief. Go in peace.